are the first ones here, and this is not what I expect this place to be. It's even better. Recently, I moved to Berlin, and I wanted to learn more about the different neighborhoods. So I decided to eat my way through it. There's a kind of curiosity that takes over when you move to a new city. I find one of the easiest way to explore through food. Our first stop, Cafe Kirche. They opened about a year and a half ago, and they bake everything in-house. So we're really excited to go in and give this a try. The atmosphere looks really great. Let's go in and see what we are going to have. You're gonna get a cappuccino? This cafe came highly recommended by Ferdinand's friends who all live in the area. And one thing I want to mention here is that they roast their coffee in-house. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I have to say this was a perfect way to start the morning. This and carrot cake. And I'll tell you how it tastes. This is really good. Cities are always changing, and for Berlin, the neighborhood of Kreuzberg and Neukölln are often at the heart of this discussion.
As a German, I think on the streets here in Kreuzberg and Neukölln, I hear more English on the streets than in any other neighborhood in Germany.
Does that make you feel a certain kind of way at all?
No, since I lived in the States. When I came here, right after the States, I thought I'm in New York again, literally.
How will the flavors, people, and culture change as the city grows? So, we just had some carrot cake and a cappuccino each. So something I wanted to mention here is our goal for today is to only spend 20 euros each. And of that, we spent about 4 euros each. Now the cake and the cappuccino was fantastic. The vibe was just so cozy and chill, and I could definitely see myself coming back here, especially if I was a local, to do some work, hang out with some friends, take a meeting. I don't know, this seems like a fantastic place, and the price is, of course, so good. Something that I found really interesting is the parallel between how cities grow. For example, the way Berlin is growing versus San Francisco or Brooklyn. So we're here in between two neighborhoods, which is Kreuzberg and Neukölln, which is now endearingly called Kreuzkölln. So Kreuzberg actually reminds me a lot about Williamsburg, and that's how it was kind of explained to me when I was moving to Berlin. I'm pretty new to Berlin, and something that I actually do to help myself orient within the city is I find myself comparing places that I've lived, like San Francisco, New York, to Berlin, and I know that it's like comparing apples and oranges to pineapples, but it's what I do. And there are a lot of similarities. For example, Kreuzberg wasn't the safest place in Berlin over the last many years, and similar to Williamsburg, which was one of the most dangerous places just about 10 years ago, it's seeing a huge shift in the culture and also just how the neighborhood is developing. And this brings up a lot of conversations around gentrification, which I have a lot of experience with, having lived in San Francisco, Brooklyn, and now Berlin. Something I know I have to think about is my part and role in this gentrification conversation. I moved out of New York because I felt like I could afford a better quality of life in a city that wasn't so expensive. These street cafes are really common here in Berlin, says Ferdinand. And this giant truck here. Such a beautiful day here. One thing I love about Berlin so far that I noticed is even though there are these really kind of crazy, chaotic areas, where there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of these beautiful side streets that are a bit more quieter, and that's usually where all the good restaurants are. So here we've arrived at our next destination, yummmz. They're just opening right now. For our second location, we headed to yummmz, They're an Asian fusion restaurant located in Neukölln, just a short walk from Cafe Kirsche. Over the past many years, Asian food has seen a rise in the capital, and the quality of taste has evolved with the popularity. To be quite honest, I found plenty of tasty Asian establishments right here in the capital. It's pretty fucking dope. Should we try that? So we're here at Jimmy Woo's, and we've ordered 2 dishes that were recommended to us. The first here is the clear glass noodle. We're having that with this chicken, and that is a lunch special. The kind of specialty here is the larb salad, but we've also decided to do the chicken saute here, which has kind of this like bruschetta type bread, I guess, with a homemade sauce to it, tomato sauce. So we're really excited to dig in. And after we eat, we'll tell you how much it cost us. We also ordered tap water. So it's very common in Germany in general, Berlin, that they will make you pay for water. If you've ever been here or eat here, you know. But you can also ask for tap water, and most places will give it to you for free. So that's a little pro tip for you. But I'm going to dig in here and tell you how it tastes. That is a face of satisfaction right there. This setup right here, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5 Kentas. So, anyways, highly recommend it. But I'm gonna shut up so Ferdinand can also have some food. Yeah, 5. So we just got done eating at Jimmy Woo's, and we're happy that we got there early, right when they opened, because it's really popular. So they've been around since 2007, so I would say they're definitely an established part of this community right now. The food is fantastic. The vibe is really, really awesome. Not only are the staff super friendly, but you know, the actual atmosphere and the interior design of it is really cool. Ferdinand and I were both talking about how we do kind of like restaurants when they almost feel like movie sets, and that's kind of what it feels like there with the posters and the general furniture and decor. Make sure you get there early because it's really popular. Am I missing anything here?
No.
Okay.
One thing I love about this neighborhood is the diversity. Folks from all around the world, hipsters, families, just enjoying and sharing this space. And I get it, the city is changing. But one thing stays consistent in every German city: quark.
It's a very interesting take. It's like sour cream and yogurt had a baby. So now we're trying it with honey, but I guess joke's on me because apparently you don't typically eat it like this. I guess you use it to make cake or you spread it on bread. So maybe I look like an idiot for all you German viewers eating quark by the spoon like a cheese yogurt, but actually now with the honey almost tastes like Greek yogurt. So joke's on you, I guess. I like it. And one thing I love about Berlin is that even though it's diverse and there's a lot of hustle and bustle in many ways, kind of like New York, it's still somehow a very laid-back city. And it's lunchtime, actually it's past lunchtime, but people are just lounging and eating and enjoying themselves. I want to take a nap.
As the day continues, we decide to head back to Kopbooster Tour, follow this dapper gentleman, and grab a local snack at Roosh.
Hey there. We got a halloumi sandwich, and we got this drink here. It's like a yogurty, salty drink called
Ayran.
Ayran. And I've taken a couple sips of it. I didn't think it would be this salty. It's almost like drinking cheese, but like the type of cheese that's like kind of salty. So it'd be interesting to see how this drink balances out this halloumi sandwich. But I don't hate it, and I know there is a purpose for this flavor. So let's see. Oh, that's pretty fucking good. Thought I was full, but now that I'm starting to bite into it, I'm just trying to get hungry again.
As our day drew to an end, we decided to grab some desserts, walk through Gulitzer Park, and headed to Friedrichshain.
Here at our very last location for the day, we're gonna have some ice cream right here at Aldemir Ice. As you can see, it's very popular. And then maybe get a cappuccino somewhere and sit by the water and just enjoy this beautiful weather. But ice cream first. So we were gonna get the ice cream, but it's quite pricey for Berlin. So instead, right next to it, you can get these really beautiful popsicles that are sorbets in different flavors. So I went for the passion fruit and strawberry, and these are $2.50 each. So pretty good price. It's a little pro tip for you again there, that if you don't want the ice cream and you want to pay less, you go for the popsicles, and you can actually just line up there. So you can see there's nobody lined up there, whereas the ice cream there's a big line. So another way for you to save some time and enjoy Berlin more.
There is still so much for me to discover and learn about how to become a part of Berlin's community. But I did have a lot of fun exploring Kreuzberg, eating through it, and now I'm going to sit down overlooking this beautiful, beautiful city and reflect a little bit on the conversations I had with Ferdinand today.
Okay, so here we are. We've had a full day of eating some delicious food, drinking some delicious drinks all throughout Kreuzberg, a little bit in Neukölln, and now we've actually crossed the river over to Friedrichshain. And we thought, what better than to end this day with the sun setting over the river, looking at the neighborhood that we've been spending some time in, with our backs against the Berlin Wall, which is crazy because this would not have been possible 30 years ago or so, right? We would have been shot if we were just hanging out here enjoying the sun, taking all of this life for granted, but we get to do that now with a really filled belly. And to be honest, our goal for today was to eat under 40 euros, and at this point I don't know what the final tally it is, but it is definitely not 40 euros. I think we've each spent about 16 or 17 euros, maybe even less than that, and we've had coffee and cakes, and we had different Asian cuisine, and then we had some sandwich, some drinks, and ice cream. And so it's been a really good day. It's a good life. And you know, one thing that I'm mindful of as a new member of Berlin is, how do I respectfully and empathetically be a part of this community? It's not just about going out and recommending all the cool hip restaurants, but it's really about being mindful about the communities that have come before me. It's been really interesting learning about the Turkish community here in Neukölln and Kreuzberg, and how the areas that we were in have been homes to these families for generations, and the food really reflects that. There's a lot of really good Middle Eastern food in the area, and then there's kind of this new wave of fusion Naoi Asian cuisine that's happening and becoming really popular here, and I think it's really hip among the young folks moving to Berlin, and that's really interesting to see that as well. But yeah, overall, it's just about bringing your best to this community is what I'm realizing. And Kreuzberg and Neukölln, although it gets this rap of being the new Williamsburg and it's hipsters and all this shit, like, there's still so much character to it, and so much texture to it. Yeah, I hope that I can be a part of that in the best way possible. Signing out. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. And I have linked my Instagram and Ferdinand's Instagram down below. See you. Bye.